All right, State 362. Today was a decent day. It's a part-time day. I did like 4 to 5 hours of work. Really like bullshit work, which kind of sucks because it's like, it was needle moving work. Basically, had a discovery about our cold email sends, which was basically we're hitting the spam folder. Not on all the accounts, but on most of them. Not most of them, like 25% or so, which is really my fault because I set them up in a way that was destined for failure. Because, like I said in the last video, you're not supposed to duplicate, campaigns over and over and over and keep sending the same thing. And so that played a factor. Also, I kind of jumped like the volume, if they were warming up at like 10 emails a day, and then I just jumped to 50, it's a red flag. So I'm not going to be doing that this time around. But the good news is that I have 250 new inboxes that I'm going to be firing in May, and I really wanted to get them sent out early May, like May 1st, but I think that might have to wait a little bit because, like I said, right now we're sending 10 emails a day in our warm-up pool, so the volume is 10 a day, and we'll probably be able to get up to like 20 or so by May. And then ideally you want to get up to you want to stay at that number pretty consistently, and then we'll see. Maybe the first week of May we launch and we'll probably do 30 a day instead of 50, but 30 a day across 250 accounts, maybe a little more, because I have like 65 accounts right now, but like I said, 25% of them are ending up in the spam folder. So yeah, some of them are burnt. Not burnt, we'll see. I'm gonna keep them warmed up. Maybe we can recover them, but maybe not. Either way, we have 250 pretty solid ones that we'll be able to send with immediately. And yeah, that puts our number at 7,500 per batch, which is over 2 times what we were doing before. And on our previous numbers, we were doing it's hard to stipulate, but like 1 to 2,000 per batch. So we could potentially double that and do 2 to 4,000 per batch. And the batches take about 5 days or so. So we can do like 5 to 6 batches a month. So that could potentially be 12 to 24K next month, potentially. That's a projection. It could go horribly wrong. It could also go horribly right, and we could make more than that. So we'll see how it goes. But the good thing too is I have a ton of leads, and this time around, this whole system's gonna be better. Like we should convert a lot better. I mean, like everything's like way better than it was, and we were still converting pretty good, like I said. But I mean, like we're filtering. Like I built a Python script that filters like with 100% confidence like the first name, because when we're scraping on TikTok, we only have access to their username, nickname, bio, and email as like points where their name could be. And so what I did is I built a script that pulls from like a list, is like a list of 60,000 names that I downloaded from like a government website of like the most common names, and it cross-checks with that, and if it finds a match, then that's the name, and that's like pretty guaranteed, you know what I mean? Like they wouldn't have that name in their bio or in their email if it wasn't a match, if it wasn't the real name. So I ran a test with a sample size of like 3,000, and about 30% of them we had the first name. So it's like that's a little bonus. And then I built another script that can kind of filter out like their bio and determine what kind of niche they're in. Whether it's beauty, fitness, and it also like we have a ton of like moms, which is weird, but it'll be like mother of two or like boy mom or like stay-at-home mom. And it's like we can put that in a separate group and tweak our messaging slightly to speak more to an older audience than a teenage girl audience. So it'll be more personalized, it'll be more segmented, and it should be higher converting. But yeah, as far as the scraping process goes, we're doing really well. It's very slow, which is honestly, I could spin up a couple more instances, but we're not in a rush right now. I mean, like I said, we're going to be doing 7,500 at a time. It's like it'll scrape 7,500 in like 2 hours. Um, but I think I checked this morning. I haven't checked since, which I probably should have checked it tonight, but it's not super important. It's running. Um, it was at, I scraped, fuck, I forgot the number now. I think it was like 360,000 videos. So we're gonna scrape 360,000 videos, and the scraper that's scraping the videos, I think, is like 3% of the way there. So I think it's like 12,000 videos that it's gone through, and it has like 50,000 leads. So, you know, if the math holds up, that's over 1 million leads we'll be able to scrape, and just from this audience. But I don't really think we'll be able to get much more, because you have to think about it, like the hashtags that we pulled these videos from are like very relevant to our niche and our audience. So it's like we can't just scrape like like hashtag FYP, because it's like, even if they did have an email in their bio, they probably are not the person, or like unlikely to be the person that we want to send to. And it's like, I'm also going to build another script that's going to do the best job it can at double checking that these people are in our niche, because I saw a response randomly that was like, it was like, I'm a gamer, like, why are you sending me this? And I was like, I didn't really think about, like, there's probably people that are not, there's other people that have an email in their bio that are not beauty influencers. So this time around, we're factoring that in, and not all that does is it just increases our deliverability, because, you know, if we send to the wrong people, we're gonna get a bunch of spam complaints and we're not gonna be able to send. So that's being factored in. But yeah, that's really all I did today. So not super crazy. I built out like 6 campaigns, just slightly tweaked different versions. I built the scrapers, or the Python scripts, and yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna finish off with that and finalize the campaigns, and then figure out which inboxes are dust and which ones I'm gonna have to discard for now, and then get back to the software. So yeah, that's it. And I mean, cold email is hard, you know. I got too comfortable, definitely. I just was like, yep, duplicate. Well, 10 minutes of work a day, like, and just making money. And it was working, but obviously it's not gonna work forever like that. So got a little too comfortable, and now I'm gonna reverse that and do it right this time. And we should see way higher conversions too, because we're doing it right. But yeah, I think today we did like $100, so it's not good at all. And that's from, like, we sent to 3,000 people. We probably, I maybe did $100 off of them. So horrible. Like 3 sales. So it was like 0.1% conversion rate. Yeah, that's so bad. But like I said, we were probably majority in the spam folder. So it is what it is. Also, those leads are horrible. And yeah, I mean, like I said, this time around, we're actually planning this shit through. We're thinking about it critically, and it's gonna be a lot different scenario. Everything's in place now. Everything's dialed. Everything's turned up a notch. So the results should reflect that. And yeah, it's time to get back to my software. A lot of work left there. So yeah, that does it for me today, and I'll see you all tomorrow.